let's get a look at that forecast. We're coming up on a weather impact alert day tomorrow, so bring in Jessica to time it all out for us. It sounds like that morning commute tomorrow might be a little tricky.
Yucks.
Yeah, morning commute and probably evening commute as well. Going to be a very different scenario from what we've had today and what we'll have for this evening. So both commutes, you're probably going to need that plenty of extra time for tomorrow. We've got a very sloppy system that is heading our way. So we'll initially get some wet snow tonight. We'll see a changeover to some mix, some rain. Rain is going to be with us through kind of that middle part of the day when our temperatures peak, and then temperatures are going to be falling through the latter part of the day along with some gusty winds. We'll have a changeover to all snow, and that's going to be the situation as we head into that evening commute. So both commutes, we're going to expect some issues. Some of that wet snow overnight could mean some very sloppy conditions for that morning drive. There's a possibility some of us wake up to at least some minor accumulations tomorrow morning. Again, we get to rain kind of through that middle part of the day. Temperatures are going to try to briefly peak near 40 degrees, but then we drop right back into the 30s and even below freezing later on. So with that changeover to snow, that could mean some very slick conditions for the evening commute. So again, plan on extra time really through the majority of the day tomorrow, but especially those commutes we'll watch very closely. No issues as we head towards that evening commute later on. We did have some snow briefly around downtown Cleveland. We have cleared that out, just a couple of flakes lingering. We did have some good snow falling and some limited visibility for a little while, just an hour and a half ago. 25 degrees right now. We've got a good breeze coming in from the south. That gives us a very cold wind chill in the teens, but that southerly breeze is going to continue to be with us, and that's going to help improve our temperatures a little bit overnight and into at least the first part of tomorrow. Mentioned that quick snow that moved through Cleveland. There that is, moving west to east across the area, so nothing more than a couple of flakes behind that. Anything steady really across portions of eastern Trumbull now and up into Ashtabula, eastern Lake County. We still have some decent snow moving in there. This is going to be moving off to the east very quickly. Here's a look at I-90 and State Route 44. We've got some of that snow falling, but really not impacting travel too badly for the time being. And again, that's all going to move out. We're looking good for that evening commute. So this is our quick shot of snow for today. Exiting to the east, here's that messy system, and it looks a lot messier, right? That's going to be heading our way tonight and into tomorrow. So National Design hour-by-hour forecast. We'll walk you through this here. Again, not expecting any issues weather-wise for that evening commute. You should be good to go. Same thing for any plans that you have through the evening hours. I mentioned that southerly wind earlier. That's going to stick with us. So our temperatures are going to continue to warm and then hold pretty steady and even warm a few more degrees through the overnight. So as we march towards midnight, temperatures, air temperatures are mostly at or above freezing, but that system's going to start to head our way. So initially we get some very wet, sloppy snow and possibly a little bit of mix as well. That precipitation type is going to vary quite a bit. As we get into early tomorrow, notice again those temperatures hold steady, even warm a few degrees. By the morning commute, almost everyone is above that freezing mark. However, we still have some snow falling and still some rain and some mix as well. So we might not have too many issues with that snow actually sticking and accumulating on the roadways, especially treated surfaces. But that still falling snow could certainly give us some slowdowns, and any untreated surfaces where all of this kind of piles up could cause some issues as well. We're also going to have some gusty winds through the day tomorrow. Those will be over 30 miles per hour at times. Initially, a southerly wind will help improve our temperatures. We'll top out upper 30s to near 40 degrees around lunchtime. That's going to mean that rain is our primary form of precipitation through the late morning, early afternoon hours. Once that front moves through, though, those temperatures are going to drop pretty drastically as we head towards that evening commute. So that's going to mean we get a changeover to some snow. Winds are still fairly gusty, so that's going to mean those very messy conditions for the evening commute in particular. From there, we kind of taper things down to just some lingering lake effect as we go through the evening, and then heading into Thursday, we'll still have some lake effect. Beyond tomorrow, those temperatures are going to be very below average with that Union Home Mortgage forecast. We'll go 20s to low 30s. That's about as good as we're going to do for some temperatures, even a couple days where we struggle in the teens. So we're still feeling that December chill. With the cold air around, we'll still keep at least a chance for some lake effect snow around primarily, but we still have a couple of systems that we're going to watch that could come through or very close to our area. So all in all, it is still going to be a lot like a winter out there.